Tonight on Evening. Listen up. It's a must-visit woman-owned record store in Edmonds.
I'm St. Brian in Ballard with the story of a music photographer whose new book takes us back to a time when anything could happen and everything was possible.
And if you can run a wire through it and put a bulb on it, this man can turn it into a lamp.
To my surprise, it just took off.
Well, good evening and welcome to the show. I am Chris Cashman and welcome to the preview of the Seattle International Auto Show. They're quite literally loading in to Lumen Field Event Center as we speak. Kicks off tomorrow, runs through Sunday. Hundreds of the latest and greatest vehicles. Some of the highlights? Well, I know just who to ask. A longtime colleague at King 5 is now an auto expert. It's all about who you know. We know Tom Volk. That's how you get the sneak peek of the Seattle International Auto Show. What are some of the highlights? They are loading in some beauties right now.
There are, and things that you can't see in the showroom yet. The new Honda Prelude, which hasn't been in showrooms for 25 years this year. Something interesting about the Prelude, the driver's seat and the passenger seats are different because the driver needs a more aggressive bolstering to keep them planted while they're driving.
Wow.
The new Jeep Cherokee, which hasn't been in showrooms for like 3-4 years.
Nostalgia.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's going to be hybrid now.
Wow.
So fuel saving and off-road capability.
And yes, you can even get in one. Six-time IndyCar champ Scott Dixon gave us this on loaner.
And very well curated.
Can I borrow this for homecoming?
Purple Rain is put on by the Avance Car Club, which is a local club that has actually gone national. There are amazing cars all in purple.
A lot to see and do here. Vehicles are rolling in by the minute. Come check out the Seattle International Auto Show. Kicks off Friday the 14th, run through Sunday the 16th right here at Lumen Field Event Center. Now we want to tell you about a new book featuring Seattle's legendary music scene told through the eyes of a photographer who lived through it all. Saint is in Ballard with more. Hey, Saint. Hey, her name is Bootsy Holler, and here it is. The book is called Making It. More than 100 photographs that'll take you back to a time when anything was possible.
I love Seattle. I mean, the book's a love story to Seattle.
For photographer Bootsy Holler, the Seattle music scene of the 90s wasn't just something to document, it was her life.
Yeah, I was here, my boyfriend was doing heroin. We were seeing bands all the time. I was walking in through the back door carrying drumsticks. I would joke that I was the tambourine player. You know, I was fully in it.
At Easy Street Records, where many in the audience were friends from that era, Bootsy said the title of the book, Making It, speaks to a universal dream that seemed very possible at the time.
When you're in your 20s and you're in a band, you're trying to make it. And that is what everybody says. And I also was trying to make it, you know.
The book is more than a collection of concert photographs. It's full of intimate portraits of musical artists who made up a small but tight-knit community.
I hope people look at the photos and remember the smell of the beer and the tangy cigarettes.
It was a time when you might catch Death Cab for Cutie or Reggie Watts before they became household names. And so many bands with dreams unfulfilled.
The book is about the people that have the passion to do the work. They have the passion for whatever art they're doing to keep on creating even when you don't make it.
Here you'll find a newly formed Fleet Foxes and Pearl Jam at a surprise 2003 performance at Easy Street Records. Bootsy, as always, right up front with a wide-angle lens.
That made sense for me because I was part of the scene and the people I was dealing with were my friends. So I was not the guy at the back with the long lens. I was the person in the group.
Her portraits of women in the scene are particularly striking, empowering images that capture strength and vulnerability in equal measure.
When I was shooting portraits of women, the connection's there, the trust is there. My goal to make people feel also good about themselves inside, because if they feel good about themselves inside, it comes through in the work.
Making It reminds us of what made Seattle's music scene so special and the passionate artists who lived it, whether they became famous or not.
Thank you, Saint. You can find Bootsy's book, Making It, at Easy Street Records or Third Place Books. And speaking of which, there is a quaint little record store and music boutique in the heart of Edmonds that specializes on Northwest artists. Here's Jose with that story.
We are at Musicology Co. This is my record store / music boutique, a little smattering of everything. I've always been a huge collector of music.
Tell me what makes this place unique.
We're one of the few women-owned record stores in Washington State. The idea of bringing people together at a place where they can come in and physically touch the music and listen to it, it made sense to bring that together here. We have our Northwest section, getting into some older stuff like the Sonics. This remaster of Prince just came out. Our friend Levi at Black Belt Mastering did the master cuts on this. I've been embracing the cassette comeback. These are some that I really like. Our Nirvana In Utero original cassette. This is how I'm showing my age again. CDs have been a huge one too for us.
You can also find art here connected to music.
Then we have our Karen Mason Blair section here.
And if you're looking for the perfect gift, they got you.
We've got lots of fun like music lyrics on candles.
If you visit this store, take your time and look around, because you might find something.
Guitar pick M. There are way too many guitar picks on that.
Musicology Co. is more than a record store. It's a space for artists and music lovers to create.
We have a tiny stage. We have fit entire bands here, but it spreads.
Big house, nice car.
We have a monthly open mic for songwriters. We have a monthly jam session, which is really fun. We just started an intro to turntablism. Several of us do vinyl DJing. Many local artists do album release parties here. This was my focus, was to highlight all of our locals, musicians that come by, and then I love to embarrass them and make them sign their picture when they come in.
But let's just say that Rachel was not always into local music.
I know you're a little embarrassed about it, but what was your first concert?
Oh yeah. Yeah, my first concert was MC Hammer.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Moving on.
it's really wonderful watching people come in and explore music and find it, get a hold of it.
Like the sound of that. Thank you, Jose. Musicology Co. opens every day at noon. And guess what? They are going to have a songwriters open mic coming up on November 19th.
Still to come on evening, he's making the world a brighter place, one lamp at a time. Meet the man that can turn anything into a lamp.
It's just what I like to do. I do love the lamps. They bring light.
Local stories make a difference.
That's good.
With the power to enrich lives, strengthen communities, and make us smile. Evening is made possible by Primera Blue Cross. Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
And welcome back to Evening. I'm Chris Cashman, Purple Rain edition here as we are behind the scenes at Lumen Field Event Center. They're setting up for the Seattle International Auto Show. Kicks off Friday the 14th, run through Sunday the 16th. Amongst the collection, this Avance Car Club and the Purple Rain themed vehicles. You've got to see these paint jobs in person. It is incredible, especially under just the right lighting. And speaking of which, you can discover one-of-a-kind lamps made from vintage cameras and other classic hardware. Our photojournalist Diane Lewis-Torrey has that story.
I make lamps. My head is constantly going. I see things and I immediately wonder how I can get a wire through it and a bulb on it.
Before making lamps, Tim Smith worked at a rehab clinic, teaching people how to rebuild a life.
I worked in a halfway house for hardcore drug addicts.
When that got too heavy, he turned to cameras, chasing light instead of lost souls. Then one day, he realized he could make the light himself.
I made lamps out of my old camera equipment. I started making lamps and selling. Gonna put the plug on it. To my surprise, it just took off. So I'm over 500 lamps made to date. Here's the 8mm. This is a cello. I found this in pieces, and I managed to get it back into one piece. Interior lights, see the blue? So this is a Sunbeam iron from 1948. We've even got a water ski. A kerosene lamp.
Tim's luminous lamps don't just give off light, they stir memories.
And mostly it's just connection. Somebody will see a camera and they'll remember that this is the camera my dad or my grandpa had. A radio, it was the one that was in Mom's kitchen at the farm. You name it, I've attempted. And in lieu of it ending up in a landfill, I'm giving it a second chance.
Are you making the world a brighter place with your lamps?
I would like to think that somebody might have that next to their easy chair and turn it on to read a Christmas story or have the grandkids around. Sure, why not?
So you are making the world a better place with these lamps.
I'm hoping I am, yeah. For me, it's trying to match the object to a light bulb. Where am I going to place the bulb? Is it a clear bulb? Is it a tinted bulb? Yeah, there we go. Is it artistic? Probably. In my own mind, it's just what I like to do. I do love the lamps. They bring light. That's the great thing about working in this little space. It's mine. I come and go as I please. I really enjoy it. I really do.
How cool. Maybe some gift ideas in there. The non-denominational winter holiday season is upon us. Check out Lord Smith Lamps online. Some very cool stuff there. And speaking of the season changing, skiers and snowboarders, it's time. Where are you going to go hit the powder this year? What about Whitefish, Montana? That's been on my bucket list. Local Lens takes us there.
I am in beautiful Whitefish, Montana, clearly looking the part. I'm so excited for this weekend. I'm gonna learn how to ski. I'm gonna try some incredible food. I'm gonna meet some amazing people, and it's all thanks to Explore Whitefish and Western Montana's glacier country. So without further ado, let's get going.
We're up here on the summit of Big Mountain at Whitefish Mountain Resort. We're right around 6,800 feet. You can see the beautiful peaks of Glacier National Park in the background. We're in a really special climate here. We get nearly 300 inches of snow. We have about 3,000 acres of terrain. Runs for all skill levels.
The vibe of this place is friendly. It's, you know, people gathering, celebrating life. It's a down home type of feel here.
Things are just easier here. We just don't have the crowds here that you do in other ski areas, and much more affordable here as well.
I'm taking a ski lesson today with Rick. Here's to hoping he's super patient.
Here we go. Look at that. Now we're ready for the double black diamond.
I'm going to the Black Diamond. She's off to the races.
There we go.
Should I put my goggles on?
We talk about our stance, just like that.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh my gosh!
Stand up and just relax.
That's the first time! That's perfect!
We gotta have one.
And I'm off to get a cocktail.
There's also world-class restaurants downtown like Urban Omni, Swift Creek Cafe for breakfast, and Clydesdale Creamery for dessert. And speaking of, they also have a place you can stay. Yes, that's right, sleeping near Clydesdale's dream come true. Other must-sees, Glacier National Park and Hungry Horse Dam. Montana really is the last best place.
Thank you, Kelly. To see the full video or more adventures, subscribe to Local Lens Seattle on YouTube.
Still ahead, see the best of Western Washington back in the 1990s.
Someone is about to win this beautiful classic 1966 Mustang.
Evening is sponsored by Whitefish, Montana.
I wasn't by any means a natural. Was not one of those wow hounds born jaw-dropped. I was tough in the husk, untouched by rain.
The Sundance Festival favorite, Come See Me in the Good Light, is more than a documentary about poet Andrea Gibson facing an incurable cancer diagnosis. It's a love story centered on Andrea and their wife Megan Falley facing this journey with joy, wit, and an unshakable partnership.
You know, I feel like if you could do this all on your own, I wouldn't be here.
The film takes us to Seattle's Paramount Theater, where Andrea, a rock star at poetry slams, gave their last performance. There wasn't a dry eye in the house. Brandy Carlisle is one of the executive producers. Come See Me in the Good Light starts streaming on Apple TV Friday.
And welcome back to Evening. I'm Chris Cashman behind the scenes here as they are setting up for the Seattle International Auto Show. Kicks off Friday the 14th, run through Sunday the 16th right here at Lumen Field Event Center. Of course, the auto world has gathered here. Yes, Subaru is here. The Pleiades Star Cluster. Did you know that's the logo? In fact, the brand new Outback is here. The first time it has been on display. Come check it out this weekend. And hey, don't look now. Best of Western Washington Reveal Week kicks off November 17th to celebrate this rewind. Best of Western Washington 1993, featuring the original hosts I grew up watching.
Evening Magazine proudly presents the best of Western Washington, as picked by you.
1993's Best of Western Washington, the second one ever, is the most 90s fabulous thing we've found in our archives.
With reporters Jim Dever, Mimi Gann.
From the fresh-faced reporters you may recognize,
here are your hosts, Penny Legate and Brian Tracy.
Which local celebrity would you most like to see in a bathing suit?
Here's Evening Magazine's John Stofflet with the outrageous results.
Well, those familiar faces all belong to local celebrities that you said you would most like to see wearing a swimsuit. I didn't create the category, folks. I just report the results.
We don't need to go any further than this. I will say that evening host Brian Tracy came in second.
Well, now it's time for a category that I'm gonna really enjoy. This is the sexiest firefighter in all of Western Washington.
I'm too sexy for my love.
Speaking of questionable categories.
These are the men of Station 61, Shoreline Fire Department. The entire station went in our sexiest firefighter category, and they reacted with characteristic manliness when we broke the news. The men of Station 61 want you to know that they're not just burly beefcake.
We're men of the 90s, you know, we're sensitive and very emotional. You know, we're not into this macho stuff anymore.
Nobody at King was safe from Best of Western Washington. King 5 anchor and icon Jean Enerson played along when she won Best Celebrity Hair. And 1993's finale, a grand prize that's even more vintage, and paper ballots.
We're gonna give a car away. And for that, we turn to KBSG's morning team, Ryan and Ryan.
Someone is about to win this beautiful classic 1966 Mustang.
I can't help but wonder if Maynard still has that Mustang. A pretty sweet ride. But then again, 25 years ago, the Honda Prelude was a hot car. Look at them making a comeback here at the International Auto Show, exclusively as a hybrid now. And speaking of which, Tom Volk, the car expert who tipped us off to this one, he was actually a photographer for Evening Magazine back in 1993. I asked him about Best of Western Washington and specifically if he remembers shooting that sexiest firefighters.
Well, I think
you do remember.
I do remember, and I think everybody was uncomfortable, especially the firefighters, because they had to buy ice cream for the entire station.
Now in our 40th season, Evening shares local stories that make our communities shine. Thanks to support from Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at pemco.com.
Welcome back to Evening. I'm Chris Cashman, getting ready to mosey out of here. Our thanks to the Lumen Field Event Center. They want me to move my car because the Seattle International Auto Show is here, set up, almost complete. Kicks off Friday the 14th, runs through Sunday the 16th. Hundreds of the latest and greatest vehicles and some fun blast for the past all on display right here. Come spend the weekend. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Gotta find a better ride out of here.